Two, I think for Manipur, this is a first thing when for absentee voters, postal ballots are being provided in any general election. So this is a first experiment. We are doing it for the first time in this state, where polling teams will be visiting all the PWD and the 80 plus voters who have wanted to have postal ballots. I wish this entire team which is going today, 16 teams which will be visiting every household, very good success, and all the success to Imphal East administration also for taking this initiative.
There is a possibility of the railroad reaching Tupul by March, and the Union Railway Minister has given green signal for railway line to expand till More. After 75 years of India's independence, goods-laden trains reach Ranigai station in Tamenglong. To start the railway service in full swing, steps have been completed for Jiribam station to Rajdhani Express train service twice a week. Work is also on the way for train service of Jan Satabdi Express for Agartala and Jiribam. Further, they are working on improving inter-district connectivity, he said.
Society, the lady, but me sigi the safety net and deprived section of the people say, Masi, when a Kanhai Toragamokwisi, Gear Lorga, Makwigi, Kananaba, Lakatul election city manifesto, the Queen Hapaga, Prazana Sakti to Piraga, Koimakata, Tawini, Habatuki Pone, Masigi the Mukta, I couldn't have the Kam, the Pamaga, Pangidi even at all. Tongan cross sections of the states, populations, different walks of the life, the labor. Aduguma musing, adugi opinion, Manipur se, Karmani Saput Papa may have said. I couldn't cut another. People's voice, people's aspiration.
Answering media queries, Union Minister Ranjan said the matter of revoking Armed Forces Special Power Act (ASPA) from Manipur and inclusion of Meitei in scheduled tribe lists are not mentioned in the manifesto. However, the act will definitely be removed from the state after thorough observation, he said, adding that the process of inclusion in the scheduled tribe is a long process. He said it can't be completed within 5 years. Ranjan promised to raise the matter once the process is complete.
I wouldn't like to mention it. Manifesto. This compulsorily it will be removed after observation. The Government of India ordinance is a different thing. We cannot add it in the manifesto, but that will be in action of our governance. It will do it as and when it take the money, fill the right times. Till Wagmi, Makweda Secretary reason yang talk jawab point. Adopted Chief Minister already agreed. That's why I am Canada. Hydras of Queen Salaga Hydrokanda, I fear to Pira Ishidi. Let us see the situation and then we'll do it as part of the will of the people. Samasangi Adurane, Aquina, duration within 5 years. Studies and analysis Adutor Kanda Tokadavan. Iraline at the demand or Yate. Say, for example, heritage Saluga, Iraline at the Yate, but it needs a long procedure. Adu Kanda Torokadava Pone. Survey Lakini, Anthropological Survey of India Lakani, the tribal community Moigi Ladiva, Ministry of Tribal Affairs ki Lakini. Study Torokanda, yes, Jume Harkanda Parliament puthokanda pass tawgadaba handa ama tawki it tax
BJP Manipur Pradesh Manifesto Committee madi aisagi marketigi Manipur gi miyam pumboda miyam gi kholaw BJP gi thukdang haiba campaign da saru yabi ki pi demokda thagatpa phonokse campaign asi khutanga Manipur gi kendra pumfudagi miyam gi bemor lobjeki.
Numerous events were also organized with different cohorts to increase people's participation. During his visit to Manipur in January 2022, Honorable Union Minister Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw also held an intellectual meeting to discuss the aspiration collection campaign. Honorable Chief Minister Shri N. Biren Singh, BJP National Spokesperson and State Prabhari Shri Sambit Patra, BJP leaders and Karyakatas organized an event at DM College where they sought feedback and suggestions from people.
President of BJP Manipur Pradesh, A. Sharda, has alleged that state issues could not be resolved as MPs during Congress rule in the state remain inactive. Sharda was speaking at the flag hoisting ceremony of BJP candidate in Thangmaiban Assembly constituency, Jyotin Waikom, today. Works Minister T.H. Bishwajit, Union Minister of State Dr. R.K. Ranjan, Rajya Sabha member King Sanajau Baleshemba, and many party leaders attended the event. Speaking further, Sharda questioned as to why the Congress is suspicious and uptight about central leaders' visit to the state, stating that legislators during the Congress rule failed to get appointment to meet central leaders to address any issue in the state. She maintained that the BJP-led state government has been working hand in glove with the central leaders from the grassroots level to address issues in the state. She also stated that the state government has been working in the interests of the people by consulting the national leaders as it promised. Sharda further alleged that the people have never witnessed Congress working closely with the people and stated that all the works which the Congress claimed to have carried out during its 15 years rule were all initiated by NDA-want government.
Indian National Congress of the Chaminava political parties in the hiding is Matamamada Parliament MP Karambada MP Lays Manipur Zakanam Kangde Adu Handa ILP Matanga Guy Kunajariba, Honorable Chief Minister of the Council of Ministers, Mayam Sinakanda, Marik Chumba Powdam Mama Delhi Yohanba, Marik Chumba Powdam Dunamara Boyakanda, Equigi Batazanta Party, MP na Parliament for the Manipur Prajagi, President Toroganga, Adamara Morakanda Neva ILP. Matamama de MP Lake Kangamde, Manipur Sarkar Lake Kangamde, Public Welfare District, Namakata. How development have said, Mayam Tong Karasaba Sitanatana, Nasi Manipur Live changes. Si NDA 1 dagi horang nga si NDA 2 at sige pagi gift ni habitat.
BJP candidate in Lamsang Assembly constituency and Education Minister S. Rajan has said candidates' propaganda will not decide whether his nomination file for the upcoming general election will be valid or not. He said this today during a program where former President of Imphal West District Congress Committee C.H. Nimai and former President of Lamsang Block Congress Committee Y. Kumarjit along with their supporters extended their support to Rajan. The program was held at the residence of C.H. Nimai at Awang Lekintabi, Makhalekai. Speaking on the occasion, Rajan clarified there is no mistake in his nomination papers. For the 2007 election, he filed his nomination under his adopted father's name. However, under the strict instructions by the ECI during the 2017 election, he had to file his nomination under the name of his real father, which is registered in his education certificate. Rajan expressed confidence that he will win the election by getting a large number of votes, since two former senior members of Congress who contributed in strengthening the party in the constituency have extended him their support.
I nomination papers candidate oibagi accept what of the vice moigi propaganda aduna satkadam aro returning officer na accept over aigi tawre makoi gisu tawre koi candidate manga mak loina mak vote let pa yanani toimasung election the aigi form the meliba masung aihak ki affidavit ai koina hojikti election ji affidavit ama pire affidavit piriba mayam singdo fulfill oiramdraba amasung maduda aikoina document furnish tawribado madu aikoi sanaramdraba madu aragadi ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ election ngasi thengnaraga su hayeng election lorga case tawba kanda ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ election du candidate soidana consent tawhigani ma vote card su yaro
Janata Dal United JDU candidate in Thongju Assembly constituency Sanglakpam Prashojit has stated that he is contesting election with the sole objective to serve the people, with the idea that no service is greater than serving the people. Prashojit was speaking at his flag hosting ceremony at his residence at Kongman Zone 2 today. National General Secretary of the party, Afek Ahmad Khan, JDU candidate in Thangmaiban constituency, Kumuk Chamjoy Kisan, and party leaders attended the event. Speaking further, Sanglakpam Prashojit said that representative of the people must work in the interest of the people and fulfill people's desire, assuring that no corruption will be involved in recruitment process of government jobs if he gets elected. He appealed to the people to support JDU in the ensuing state assembly elections.
Sidagi hena sawu seba ai duty ai thaba forum amatalike aduga nan bole daga sumiyam ni seba to wi ai aduga bole buga sarkar ki phangum ko hak mayam se miyam ni ko holaga hena asawu thaba to wi ai hai ni pandam se ahalan tapi bidagi ahalan sigi ya to ijarga ai handat ki lakada election sida ai isana ya ga miyam ni seba to ko ke
A team of Senapati District Police seized huge cars of arms and ammunition from a shop at Senapati Bazaar during a drive. According to police report, a joint team of Senapati Police comprising additional SP Law and Order Senapati and additional SP and H2 conducted a drive at Pimu Electronics at Senapati Bazaar after getting information about sale of illegal arms and ammunition in the area. During the drive, the team recovered 440 rounds of Shaktiman Express plastic cartridge, 70 round of Lakha gun cartridge, 50 round of ball gun cartridge, 40 round of points, 22 rifles ammunition, 44 gun cartridge cap packets, hard disks of CCTV camera and 50 packets of 4.8 pellet. Additional Chief Electoral Officer CEO Naurem Pravin launched sweep signature campaign yesterday from the office of Chief Electoral Officer Lamfelpat. Addressing the gathering, Pravin said the signature campaign was launched with an aim to promote ethical voting for the forthcoming general election to the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly 2022 on the theme, Yes, I will vote to the right candidate. He said such campaign will imbibe the voters with a mindset of choosing a right candidate who would work with a commitment for the welfare of the people and development of the state. The campaign would also play a crucial role in spreading the message on the importance of ethical and inducement of free voting to young voters across the state, Pravin added.
Pangalakani, Karamba Mioina, Prozagidam Panava Kangani, having Sigmasi, Munna Kalaga, and the Kilakadu Borsi, Karigumba. Paishada khangde any kind of inducement sida satana mi dugi quality mi dugi tawbungamba magi prajagidam ka thopungamba thabuk tawbungamba madu mayam dadi yengaga madu both thad tardi soidana manipur da hojik laiba awat pa dagi manipur da ningam daba koina phawriba kedawriba mayam si yamna phajana tielaba matamda Afaba Manipur do Porpung Muni have hasn't Hazay.
State Nodal Officer Postal Ballot K. Bono joined CEOs Ramananda Nongmaikapam, Mohammed Ace Daulat Khan and OSD Election Ganesh Nagarajan attended the program. The signature campaign, which was organized by Manipur Innovation Society, covered different areas of Imphal City near Kangla, Nupi Kaithel and Assembly Road, Thangmaiban. The campaign will also reach out to other areas of the state on the following days. Director of Social Welfare Ngangom Uttam released book written by President of Patriotic Writers Forum Manipur, Nauroibam Khambaluang titled Marjing Sanamahi Gi Sayoni at Marjing Poni complex at Haingang Hills. Speaking on the occasion, Uttam said participation of artists from various art forms during a book release will help in promotion of the book. As such, he appealed to the organizers to invite artists in such event to spread information about the book. Director of Social Welfare, Uttam appreciated the efforts of writer Khambaluang for rewriting about Ibudao Marjing, which can give more information to the people, especially the younger generation.
Film ki lamda laiba, dance ki lamda laiba, fine arts ki lamda laiba, atopa artist me amju akhoi gi lairik phongba sida barton toraga yauhan ba ma thau tai masi aina haijabagi maram de akhoi angang singda akhoi gi Ibudao Marjing gi maram da khanghaning ba matam da makoi de yauhaning ba masi gi wari se makoi gi kok ta chuhaning ba matam da tongan ba art form sing se amat toina chungsanaraga akhoi thabak tawba ma changi.
India recorded 30,615 new COVID cases with 517 deaths over the past 24 hours, taking the overall infection count to 4.27 crore and the death toll climbed to 5.09 lakh across the country. The number of cases was 10.47% more than the previous count of infections. The daily positivity rate increased to 2.45%. Currently, there are 3.70 lakh active cases in the country and 4.18 crore patients have recovered from the infection. In the past 24 hours, 41.54 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses were administered in the country, taking the total number of vaccine doses administered to 173.86 crore across the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi targeted the Aam Aadmi Party AAP at an election rally and termed it a photocopy of the Congress. Addressing the rally ahead of the February 20 Punjab Assembly elections, he said farming, trade and industry will be made profitable in 5 years if the BJP-led alliance is voted to power in the state. Attacking political rivals, he said they saw Punjab from the Punjabiyat angle, which is their priority. Rivals see Punjab only through political prism. Targeting the Congress, Modi said the party failed to keep Kartarpur Sahib, the final resting place of Guru Nanak Dev, within India's territory during the partition. He invoked Sant Ravidas and said his government was following his ideals and that the welfare of the poor was above everything else. Hyderabad police booked Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma over his alleged derogatory comments against Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. Following the complaint filed by TPCC President Revant Reddy, a case has been registered under sections 504 and 5052 of the Indian Penal Code at Jubilee Hills Police Station of Hyderabad City. Congress leaders have filed a criminal case against Himanta Biswa Sarma and demanded his immediate arrest. Assam Chief Minister's remarks are humiliating for a woman. Why did the Chief Electoral Officer of the National Election Commission not order the arrests of Himanta Biswa Sarma, asked Revant. BJP should remove Himanta Biswa from the post of Chief Minister, but the BJP is supporting the remarks of the Assam Chief Minister, Revant said. Nagaland Chief Minister Naifurio said the centre is willing to give more seats in Parliament and in the State Assembly to resolve the decades-old Naga political issue. Addressing a Mammoth gathering during the inaugural session of the Platinum Jubilee celebration of Chakhesang Students Union (CSU), an apex body of Phek District, Rayo said the central government and the Naga nationalist groups are willing to give more seats to Nagaland in both houses of parliament. He said that the Nagas need to start anew as one family, with no heart burning against one another or deceiving one another to create disharmony in the society. The 4 times Chief Minister and 1-time Lok Sabha MP added that the Naga negotiation parties and the Government of India prepared to give more Lok Sabha seats, Rajya Sabha seats and more MLA seats to Nagaland. He also added that only when all these political spaces for the people are created to participate, justice and peace can prevail in Nagaland. Russia said military drills in Moscow annexed Crimea had ended and that soldiers were returning to their garrisons a day after it announced a first troop pullback from Ukraine's border. Units of the Southern Military District having completed Their participation in tactical exercises are moving to their permanent deployment points, Moscow Defense Ministry said in a statement. The statement said tanks, infantry vehicles and artillery were leaving Crimea by rail. It comes a day after Moscow said it was pulling back some of the troops deployed on its neighbors' borders. But Western leaders remain concerned that Russia could still launch an attack on Ukraine, with US President Joe Biden warning on Tuesday that an attack by Moscow remained very much a possibility. Biden said that, despite Russian claims earlier in the day, Washington and its allies had yet to verify the withdrawal of any of the tens of thousands of troops he says Moscow has now mustered along Ukraine's border. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. Chief Electoral Officer flags off 16 postal teams for absentee voters for Imphal East District. BJP election manifesto to be released tomorrow. Development top priority for BJP, announces Union Minister of State R.K. Ranjan. State issues couldn't be resolved as MPs during Congress rule remain inactive, says President of BJP Manipur Pradesh A. Sharda. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.